A man wrote a very nasty article about our ministry that I decided to get even. I am going to sue that guy once a day, every day for 30 straight days. Well, I came walking in my office from the airport, and when I walked in, there was my secretary, Mrs. Block. So I walked in, she said, "Oh, Brother Gibbs, I saw that article." "Well, I know what you're going to do." I said, "Yeah, surely. I'm going to sue him once a day, every day for 30 straight days. This is going to be great." She looked at me and she said, "No, you're a Christian." She said, "You're going to love him." Now, when she said that, I want to tell you what went through my mind. Right now, I do not need a Christian secretary. I just don't. And I thought, I really don't need one that knows the Bible. Matthew 5, verse 43. "You have heard that it hath been said, Thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies." She said, "Brother Gibbs, if you do to him what you're talking about, you'd be worse than him." I said, "Surely that's the whole idea." She said, "You can't do that. Promise me that you'll love him." She said, "Promise me you're not going to sue him, brother." I said, "Okay, Shirley." She said, "Well, I knew you'd want to tell him that you love him. So when I saw you pull up, I dialed him. He's on line 5. I said, "You did what?" She picked the phone up, covered it, and Shirley, she had Italian in her background. And when she wanted you to do something, she'd go like this. She'd say, "Tell him you love him." And I looked at her and I said, "Leave me alone." She hands me the phone. I said, "Hello." That's all I said, "Hello." The guy cussed me out. This so-called religious leader cussed at me terrible. I said, "I just called to tell you I love you." He said, "You don't mean that." And I said, "Boy, are you dead right." You know how the devil wins the battle? All he has to do is extinguish your love life. I said, "I want to tell you something, mister. You're a bad guy, but I'm worse than you. Can I warn you? When your love life isn't right, you will be comfortable with stuff that God forbids.